G'day guys and welcome to another edition of pre-London market analysis. I hope you're all doing well and I hope you all had a good trading day yesterday. One trade for me yesterday which resulted in a winner on GJ as I mentioned in the MI update. Just sold GJ back as it popped back below this 4-hour range as the analysis yesterday for the London update video. Now moving forward, once again I'll take a look at GJ, gold, GU, maybe EJ, NAS, maybe USL, just see what we have time for. I'm going to keep these videos a little bit shorter. Don't want to bore you guys too much. So without further ado, let's have a look. Don't forget to hit the like button, leave a nice comment if you could, and keep an eye out guys. I might go live for just a cheeky little live session at some point before I head to Thailand next week. So I'm not promising I'll see, but looking at GJ, okay, let's get started. So the weekly. So previous candle strong bullish. We are forming bullish within the current candle, but look what we've done. We've approached the high of that previous candle. So far, we have rejected. Are we potentially going to flip back bearish? I have to wait and see. We'll see what we've got once we go down the time frames. Onto the daily time frame. Now, we are technically still bearish, bearish instruction. So we close above these highs, which was last year's high. We have, again, popped above it, rejected that previous weekly candle's high. What I'm going to do is mark in the current daily candle's low. Want to see what we've got below that point there because we're obviously at a higher time frame resistance. See if we've got any clean traffic upon a rejection if we do begin to break our own low. Looking at the 4-hour, very choppy consolidation, really congested traffic, no momentum, no clear direction. When I see this, it to me resembles trash. It means likely not going to be an easy area to be trading within. Unless I'm going to mark in resistance, we are technically bullish. I'm going to mark support. It's going to be a deep support, guys. It's obviously got multiple levels, one after the other. As we can see, with that resistance to the left, we've got to go way back. I don't even have the data feed going back that far. So just a heavy area consolidation. I feel I can probably get rid of that current daily candle's low. All right, GJ for me today is going to be a simple one. What it's going to be is a wait and see. Now, what you could do is the M30 is still technically bearish. I just drag this up a little bit higher to incorporate more of this consolidation. Tap into that wick over here. What I'll be saying on GJ today, now get rid of the low of the current daily candle. Whilst we're consolidating within this 4-hour range, you've got two options. Simply wait for price to pull up to the high, reject yet again, look for your catalyst within price action to take a sell back down. Or you've got the second option. Wait for price to retrace down towards a psychological round number 18780. Form a support, create a high, bit of consolidation, maybe higher low, higher high. Look to buy it from support. I would ignore all this crap in the middle, guys. To me, this is just a no trade area. There is no clear direction. There is no clean price action. When I've got experience in markets, trust me, usually when I see this, and if I'm not streaming, which I haven't been, I just write it off GJ and I set alarms or alerts for either background the lows around for our support or the resistance. Then I know it could be time to look for potential entries. Obviously buys above the high as long as you get the right catalyst, nice strong closure. Try to correlate for 4-hour, creating a high low, high, that type of scenario. That can be another option. Be very careful with GJ whilst it's just within this consolidation. All right, so we can move on to have a look at the gold. Just notice also most of the zones that I marked in yesterday were true. Price did react and respect or reject levels. This is relevant, the same levels. I'm just going to mark it in again, but yeah, so we're starting again on gold, starting once again in the weekly, and still weak bearish based on the previous candle, current candle, long wick to the downside, popping back up towards our high. Still yet to break the low nor the high. Hard to know what to make of that just now. Not a great deal of volume. What we do have though is daily. The previous daily candle did close back relatively strong bearish, lower high, lower low. We have no need to pull up and break the high of that previous daily candle. If we do so, there's a high probability at that point there. We have that point, high, low, high probability we will continue to the upside. Technically, the structure itself is also bullish, so we can use that. We are at a previous support. We are bouncing off it. I feel if we begin to break above that previous daily candle's high, that could provide a catalyst to start looking for more buy options. Onto the 4-hour structure. It looks to flip bullish. So yes, we knew that already. So it is bullish on the 4-hour. We're just breaking the consolidation just now. Nice clean candle on this one, which is about to close in the next 16 and a bit minutes. So again, above that previous daily candle's high, your added confluence, you'll also be creating a high, low, high, high scenario on the 4-hour time frame. So that could be potentially be a level to look for buy options above. Do I have a clean candle to the left of it? Just have to wait and see once we go down the lower time frames if we do have the margin. Just marking the low, and I'll adjust that according to the M30 time frame, because that is a bearish candle. Bearish candles form resistance, not support. But I'll say it could be a bullish wick on the M30. Just gonna mark in those levels for the time being. Let's go into the M30. So the most recent levels, and yep, as we can see, I've just adjusted that as a bullish candle wick, so I've used that as a zone. All right, simple on gold today. M30 structure wise is, by the looks of it, still technical. No, it's bullish. It's bullish. So the bias is actually to the upside. Bias is bullish. Options buys above that previous daily candle's high. Obviously, at that point there, you've got counter probabilities on the daily time frame. Not only that, it's likely to happen within the next 4-hour candle. So if you have 4-hour counter probabilities on your side, see what happens at this point here. We might reject, create a high low, pull back up, close above, tap in. You're targeting around that 2036.50. Now, as for the sell, seeing you're at the highs of the 4-hour range, as I said with GJ, sell high, buy low. So if it begins to reject, you get this type of scenario, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low scenario. I've definitely looked for my sell options below around that 2029.50 margin as well, guys. That is what I'd be looking at on gold for the time being. Over buys at this stage, it will remain bullish if we do come back down to retest this 2021 to 2018 sort of level. So therefore, if we pop back down to form another support at that point there, I would definitely be interested in looking for potential buys above that level. If we come back down to retest the current daily candles low and respect it and form a support above it, then could have just grabbed some more liquidity. And that could be more of an MY scenario, but we'll reassess moving forward later towards MY. Onto GU. Let's look at GU. It did make a move yesterday into this zone. Now it's popping above. All right, let's delete and reanalyze. Should be doing that each day, guys. Start off fresh. May have missed something if you don't. So looking at, again, very choppy price action, a higher time frame. Weekly is forming bullish, but the previous weekly candle was a bearish candle. So again, it needs to start popping above that high of the previous weekly candle to give me more confidence that we will continue. Daily structure wise is bullish. That candle, sort of an indecision candle at a previous support, and we've now broken a high of it. So with daily counter probabilities, there's a higher chance at this stage we're going to come back up towards that 127.60 sort of level. In line with the structure, high lows, high highs. The 4-hour structure is technically still bullish by the looks of it. At a resistance, 4 hours a tough one. It's very choppy, to be honest. We're at that level, running straight into another level just above it. Very, very choppy price action once again on GU. Let's just mark in these zones and just see what we've got. So we're bullish on a 4-hour. M30. Just adjust this a little bit now. Structure M30 looks to be also technically really technical, but no, it is bullish. I'd say it's bullish. Now, all right, GU is approaching level that we could potentially look to buy above. The issue with the current candle, no lower wick, just pop straight up. Not too sure about the volume just now, leaning in towards EU open. What I'd be saying on GU is just let it pop above that zone, 127.40. Got some clean traffic to the left on the M30. You got about 20 pips margin to retest these highs, the resistance to the left. That's what I'd be looking at on GU for potential buys above that zone. Buys above. Now, if we begin to reject, further buy options, obviously back at support. Going to maintain structure bullish as long as we remain above that point there. So if we do pull back down, form a support above it, respect the current daily candles low, and at that point there, I think it will be a good option to look for buys from low of the range. Aside from that, if we begin to reject it again, I know it's technically going to be bullish, but it is a 4-hour resistance. So if we start to pop back below it, create a high, a low, lower high, lower low scenario, and come closer to London Open, we have something like this form, and we're back below at 127.30. And I feel we could also be looking for potential sells below that point just there, guys. Just look for your catalysts within price action. Guys, if you remember from the streams, things such as engulfing candles, liquidity counts, long wicks, rejecting, at least close back below the range, things like that at a high time of volume of minor support to form, price begin to break the minor support, that type of scenario. All right, on to NAS. All right, so NAS from yesterday, what I did mention was we could potentially look for sells. I think it would have given you an option, to be honest. Let's reanalyze nonetheless. It is in an overall massive bull trend. Bullish across the board weekly. So again, if we are to look at, let's see, has it still has not broken its low? Well, it has created just a small lower wick now. All right, so I want to just gonna go back to the other chart. So all right, so daily did actually close back bearish. We don't have a gap here, which is good. Long wick to the upside. So all right, if we begin to break the low of that previous daily candle, you know there's minor support at that point there. There's clean structure left. That is definitely going to be options to sell it, irrespective of the structure. Just rejecting, obviously, this level for whatever reason. Might be a level from, I think, who knows? It's not a level. It's an all-time high, isn't it? Just going to mark in these highs. We're going to mark in these lows, and we're going to see it's pretty much trading outside of it for the time being. But it looks a bit bullish across the board yet again, so don't have to worry about the actual structure in the 4 hour. I will call this bullish. I'm ignoring that gap. What I say is we've come back to fill that gap now. Those of you who believe the gaps do eventually get filled. I know that's what we used to believe when I used to trade crypto. All right, perfect. As today, quite easy for me. Few options. Going to be potential buy options above this point here on a closure above. We're just consolidating right now. Got probably enough margin, I think, to retest or to get up towards 17,379. You're going to have enough margin to look for some potential buys, but it's just consolidating. There's no clear direction. So when there's no clear direction, we don't anticipate, we don't take the first move as it begins to break. We wait for a closure. If the close is above, got a few options, either limit orders, it taps in. Preferably, you're going to just wait for it to close above, pull back, tap in, reject, and buy it upon continuation. Now, further buy options. If it just creates a move up, pulls back, forms a support, and I'd probably look to buy it as well. Aside from that, obviously what we've done is the previous daily closed back bearish, current daily is forming its upper wick. If we begin to break our own low in the current daily candle, running into support, however, we begin to break the low of that previous daily candle, definitely going to be looking for potential sell options below support at this point here. Make perfect sense to do so. So for that matter, I'd be looking at sell upon a closure below 1737.16. Just have to be patient with it. And that is NAS, guys. Now I'll quickly look at USO, seeing it gotten through is quicker. All right, so marked up a chart, but let's just clear the, let's hide the drawings for the time being. So weekly, weak bullish, but what we do have is high, low, high, high scenario. Current candle at a very choppy area consolidation once again, so support, high time frame support. So are we potentially forming bullish to continue to, well, again, with respect to this, what are we potentially going to bounce off it yet again to head back up to create another leg to the upside? Daily structure itself is technically bullish. Previous daily close bullish, running into resistance to the left. Again, very congested, very choppy price action. 4 hour structure as well looks to be technically bullish. Formed a resistance, but the current candle is about to close. It is closing engulfing. High, low, high, high. Pretty much formed a break and retest in the 4 hour. So if that's the case, then buys above potentially the previous 4 hour candle could be an option. Let's just see once we go down to the M30. Structure is bullish as well. That could be your first option, guys. Potential buyers, as let the 4 hour, it's going to do one of a few things. So you're going to, let me just clear these arrows for the time being. Could do this, where it pops down, creates slow wick, respects the support, formed towards the current daily candle's low, heads back up, begins to break it. I would look to buy US oil based off that scenario as it breaks above the 4 hour candle's high. That could be a potential option. Again, just have to wait and see. It doesn't mean you just place a buy stop order. You just need to wait and see how it reacts. If I want it to create a low wick first on the new 4 hour candle. Now, further buy options lower down. What if we begin to reject though that current daily candle's low, the support formed at it and pop below 17,440, back below a 4 hour resistance to the left hand side? I think it's a high probability clean track to the left. We're going to head back down a little bit further. That is to be the case. Further potential sell options, if we do pull up, respect the previous daily candle's high, reject it, create a bit of structure below that resistance, start to pop below it, and then you can potentially look to sell it from a little bit higher up, guys. That will be US oil. Now, quickly, let me look at EJ. Yeah, doesn't look that good, to be honest, guys. Let's look at it quickly. Weekly, bullish, strong bullish. Break above the previous weekly candle could be a potential option. Daily structure is bearish. Forming a forming consolidation. Previous support here to the left. Previous daily candle closed bearish. Yeah, it's not looking great. Similar to GJ's, just in a nasty area of consolidation within a 4-hour range right now. So I think the analysis is going to be basically the same, guys. The 4-hour structure is bullish as well. Looks to be bullish across the board. M30 structure is, by the looks of it, bullish as well. It is, but it's right in the middle. Same thing on EJ. Let it decide. Let it either move up to resistance, reject, form, get another resistance, head back down, pull back down to support, form another support, that 4-hour zone to look for potential buys from lower down. Otherwise, buys above the high upon continuation will make sense. Sells, I'd rather let it create clean move because you're still running into a bit of support here to the left. That's just a quick rundown of EJ. I wasn't really intending on doing the analysis on it. So I hope that all makes sense, guys. Please hit the like button, leave a comment, let me know what you think. Also, guys, if you have any ideas as to what sort of videos you want me to start coming out with, anything different too, guys, I'd be happy to give it a go. Different from the norm. Just let me know. Tell your friends, tell your mum, tell your brother, tell your sister, cat and dog. Let everyone, make sure everyone subscribes, guys. I appreciate it. So I shall probably catch you for an MI update video. Trade safe, my friends, and bye for now. Cheers, guys.